Okay, in preparation for the Sled Dog Showcase coming up in September, Cheryl and I are going to do a little demo of approximately what the ring procedure is going to be. We may change it, you never know, but this is the basics for those of you who may not have done this before. All right, you're going to present your dog outside of the ring, just in control and relaxed. You're not on stage at that point, just getting your dog happy but under control. And then as you enter, the ring steward or the judge is going to tell you to enter the ring. We'll have several dogs in the ring at the same time, and you'll line up with the dog's head facing to the right, and there will be a line of dogs, anywhere between 5 and 10 in a class. As everybody has their dogs stand, this is where you're going to have your first opportunity to show your dog's conformation to the judges. And so you want them relaxed, but you want them standing somewhat square and showing off their bone lengths and their angles. In this setting, we're not going to worry if you're not perfect. Those of us doing the judging have seen a lot of dogs, and we know what we're looking at. So don't get anal where you're stressing and where the dog's stressing. All right, so we're going to take a look at each of the dogs in the class, and then we're going to ask the handlers to move their dogs. And when we do that, you're going to go in a counterclockwise loop around the inside of the ring. You want your dog to be in control. They don't have to be perfect, but we don't want anything, crazy. All right, move your dogs. Just gonna take your dog at a nice trot, at a pace that she can do, and a pace that lets her dog move easily. And then stand your dogs. Once around, and everyone's going to line up. You can see everybody there? Okay. And this is where the judges, again, will take a look at each dog, take a look at what they're seeing, what they saw in the movement, and then we will go over each dog. When doing that, if your dog is trained to stay in a stand when being handled, then you can just be in front of them. If they need a little extra support, because we know that this is not what the dogs do on a regular basis, then you can take and have your hand under their belly or in front of their thigh, just to help tell them where you want them. You can do a little treat if that's good. If that makes them wild, then don't do the treat. As a judge, we're going to go over the dogs. Hi, buddy. And we're going to feel bone structure. We're going to take our fingers and measure the bone lengths. And we're going to look at muscling. During this time, if the dog bites you, you failed. But otherwise, they don't have to be, stone still. We're going to go down about to the hocks. I don't tend to fuss with feet. Oh, I can't help myself during, when I'm judging. But I want to see that the dog accepts my handling. To show the teeth and the mouth, the judges are not going to open the mouth. The owner is. And what we want is to see the front of the mouth and see it well enough that we can see how those front teeth line up. Good boy. And the judges don't do it because we don't want to get bit. All right. The judges don't touch the mouth. We have the owners do that, both so that we don't get nipped, and also we don't want to be touching mouths and spreading potential germs from dog to dog. All right. So if your dog's trained, you can put them in a stack. You can do that with your hands. You can move them forward and back just naturally, and do that. Again, we want to be able to see the dog, but we don't have to have perfection. Of course, Parker here, he's pretty darn perfect. We know that. All right. So the judges are going to go over each dog in turn. And while they're not on your dog, you can let your dog relax a little bit. But you, again, still want them in control. After going over each dog, then the judges are going to come behind. And we're going to send probably one or two at a time across the ring so that we can see their movement in the rear going away and in the front coming back. All right, send your dog across the ring. And we're going to let her do that again. Very nice. And then he's going to stand. And we want to take a look at his front and his just how he stands. And again, we're not after perfection. Have I said that enough? Good boy. All right. So we do that with each dog so that we see their movement. And then for the last time, we're going to send the dogs around the ring again so we can take what we've seen and we're going to watch their movement and watch for smoothness in the front and the rear. We're going to look for excess rolling in the shoulders of the back. We don't want to see that. Just going to see what your dog looks like. All right, around the ring, please. And Cheryl's got a nice pace there that's relaxed for Parker. Good boy. Good. And the judges will take one last look at each of the dogs in the ring. And then we'll probably take a minute or two to make notes. And then we will indicate who we want to the front of the line and make our placements. All right. Thank you, Cheryl and Parker. Good boy, Parker.